Have you ever started chopping an onion and suddenly found yourself tearing up, even though you weren't feeling emotional at all? It's one of those everyday experiences that most people have encountered, but few people stop to think about the science behind it. As it turns out, the reason onions make us cry is a fascinating combination of chemistry, biology, and evolution. To understand what's happening, we first need to look inside an onion. An onion is made up of many layers. When the onion is intact, certain chemicals and enzymes are stored separately within those layers. Everything remains stable as long as the cells are not damaged. The moment you cut into an onion, however, thousands of cells are broken open. This allows enzymes and sulfur-containing compounds to mix together for the first time. The resulting chemical reaction creates several new substances, including a gas called synpropanthenyl S oxide. This gas is responsible for the tears. Once produced, the gas rises from the freshly cut onions and drifts through the air. When it reaches your eyes, it dissolves into the thin layer of moisture covering the surface of your eyes. This creates a mild irritant that your body quickly detects. Your eyes are extremely sensitive and are designed to protect themselves from potential harm. When nerve cells in your eyes sense the irritant, they send signals to your brain. In response, your brain activates the tear gland, causing them to produce extra tears. The purpose of these tears is not because you're sad or upset. They're simply trying to wash away the irritating chemicals and protect your eyes. What's even more interesting is that onions didn't develop this reaction to annoy cooks. The chemicals are actually part of the onion's natural defense system. Plants cannot run away from predators, so they employed many defense systems which discourage animals to bite into it. When an animal bites into an onion or damages it, the same reaction occurs, releasing compounds that can be unpleasant or irritating. Scientists have studied onions for decades and have even developed methods to reduce their tear-inducing effects. One common suggestion is to chill onions before cutting them. Lower temperatures will slow down the chemical reactions that produce the irritating gas, meaning less of it reaches your eyes. Another method is to use a very sharp knife. A sharp blade causes less damage to the onion cells, reducing the damage of gas that is released. Some onion varieties also contain fewer sulfur compounds than others, making them less likely to cause tears. Sweet onions, for example, are often milder because they have lower concentration of chemicals involved in the reaction. The chemistry of onions is a great example of how scientists appear in everyday life. Something as simple as preparing food can involve enzymes, chemical reactions, gases, and sensory nerves, and evolutionary adaptations. Every time you chop an onion, you're observing a complex chain of events that scientists have spent years studying and understanding. So the next time your eyes start watering while making dinner, remember that you're not just cutting a vegetable. You're triggering a sophisticated chemical defense system that evolves to help onions survive in nature. What seems like a small inconvenience in the kitchen is actually a remarkable demonstration of chemistry at work. Thank you all for listening, and tune back into the next episode of the podcast. Have a great day.